Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's watch along with myself, Chris Watt, and I'm joined by my fellow RTL Football Podcast colleague, Crazy Boom. How are you today, Crazy?
I am very good. It is definitely a time of day, indeed.
Yes, it's interesting having a World Cup at this time. But today we are watching England versus Iran in their first group game. How do you see this one going today, Boom?
I mean, I predicted a nil-nil draw. To be
Predicted a
honest,
0-0 draw.
I'm hoping deep down. I'm hoping it's not a nil-nil draw, but I just suspect.
Well, I mean, I predicted in our podcast earlier on this week, which you can go back and watch on YouTube. I would say I think it's going to be a comfortable victory for the English. It's hard for me as a Scotsman to say, but yeah, I predict a comfortable win. But I don't think
I mean, I could see it happen, but I could also see the opposite.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what England team turn up. If you think on it, they've got a good team. We'll go through the teams shortly. We shall be dissecting the team for England and who would make changes to. But yeah, so today's watch long is brought to you by the FM Hub and the RTL Football Podcast. We should be back later on tonight as well for Wales versus USA, Team America, for Gormy, led by the LeBron James of soccer, Christian Pulisic. Sorry, Gormy, I had to say it. Put me up to it. Sorry.
Of course, play me.
But I think today's game should be good, and then obviously you've got the kind of the tea time game, Senegal versus Netherlands from Group A. From
we will talk about that a bit in the beginning of the USA.
So boom, we'll go back to last night's game. What did you make of it? Qatar versus Ecuador.
Ecuador didn't even look like they were even trying, to be honest. And they won 2-0.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it from a supporter's point of view, it was a very, very poor game. Probably the poorest one I've seen from an opening of a competition. Qatar, they looked like a team hadn't qualified before, and it shows. Which is it's nothing against Qatar. They can only do what they can do. They've only got so many players that can play. I think they'll play in the same. I think they'll play in the Qatari league as well. So come up against players that's playing in the Premier League, played Champions League football before. It was always going to be a struggle for them. But you would think they put up a wee bit more of a bit of a fight, wouldn't you? And
yeah, it's kind of difficult with like Qatar, but they had a chance. They should have scored.
Yeah,
the main
very
point.
much so. And we have got one of our. We've got Jono in the chat. Good afternoon, Jono. Should I say? Hope work is treating you well.
Hope the pizzas are going well.
Yeah, see if you could send one pizza to Scotland and one pizza to Ireland, please. That'd be great. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it, especially for the later ones. You know.
Exactly. But right, so going back to today's game, so we have got England versus Iran. So this is your England team today. We have got Engel, Jordan Pickford, Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, John Stones, Harry Maguire. We have got your captain, Harry Kane. We've got Raheem Sterling, Kieran Trippier, Bukayo Saka, Mason Mount, and Jude Bellingham. On the bench, you've got Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish, John Henderson, Marcus Rashford, Nick Pope, Calvin Phillips, Eric Dyer, Connor Cody, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Phil Foden, Ben White, Aaron Ramsdale, Callum Wilson, and last but not least, Conor Gallagher. Any surprises there for you, Bim?
And the big surprise is that I personally thought he wouldn't play Bellingham, but I thought he would find the way to take him out because he's not one of his like main favorites. But it's nice to see him in there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of his favorites still there.
That is true. That is true. I think the surprising one for me is Raheem Sterling over
Mm.
maybe like someone like Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden's form for Man City's been exceptional this year, um, with his assists and his goal scoring. Whereas Raheem Sterling, like you said, I think he's one of Southgate's favourites, but for club form this season, Sterling has not hit the heights as he has done previously.
And the back four is interesting. A back
But
four with Harry Maguire
yeah,
is a brave call, and we'll see if it works out.
yeah. I mean, we kind of talked behind
Off
in the
camera, yeah.
studio earlier on. Yeah, I think he should. If you're thinking that Harry Maguire plays better in the back three, as we both agreed, he's one of those players that he needs to have a good game today, not a great game. I think he needs to be solid. He's going to be up against a very, very good centre forward in Taremi. We'll come to him later on, just before kickoff probably. I think if Harry Maguire is to gain some confidence, he needs those kind of big players beside him,
Yeah,
like a
he, needs,
Trippier.
he needs to not make stupid mistakes himself too. He needs to just concentrate on his game.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
me, he needs to play it simple.
Yeah,
Keep it simple.
yeah, I agree. Midfield kind of picks itself, don't you think? With Rice and Bellingham. I'm surprised that Mason Mount's playing again. Not been playing great for Chelsea. Well, I would say great. I would say he's been a bit indifferent for Chelsea this season. He's creating goals, but he's not as influential as he has been in the past for Chelsea.
I will say at least he's picked a midfield that's been playing football.
Yeah,
Because a lot of his other midfielders have been injured quite a bit. And they've been out
Calvin Phillips and
for a
Jordan
while.
Henderson.
Calvin Phillips. We don't know how fit Calvin Phillips actually is.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
with some injuries, I reckon that's why he's playing this formation, is because Kyle Walker's might not be fully fit. He usually has him in the tree at the back with the wing backs.
I'm going to play kind of devil's advocate here. If you've not got Kyle Walker, you could play Benjamin White there, who has played out his skin for Arsenal.
But he has played. But the thing is, Ben White is unusual for Gareth Southgate, so he wouldn't chuck him in. He's not one of his main call-ups.
I mean, the only reason why I say Benjamin White, is because he has played that right-hand side of a centre-back partner in a partnership with Saliba and Gabriel, which, I mean, you're playing with two good centre-halves, and especially Saliba. But when you've got like Harry Maguire there, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to be chasing, I would say.
And some fans will be happy that Eric Dyer isn't playing, because he tweeted that you can enjoy football without alcohol, and someone commented clearly he hasn't watched himself try to play football for 90 minutes.
I mean, it's not the form. Eric Dyer was probably one of the form players for England at the start of the season when Spurs were a wee bit indifferent, but he was one of the more consistent performers. But since then, he's kind of detracted a wee bit. He's not been the greatest. He's conceded a lot of sloppy goals. He's been cause of some of them goals. But it's one of those ones. I think this is probably the best lineup for England at the back line that they can possibly do. The striker with Harry Kane, that's simple as, unless he was injured, then you play Callum Wilson. But again, how fit's Callum Wilson? So the teams are about to come out. I can see Harry Kane there.
You say that for most of England's bench. Is like, how fit are they?
Exactly. I mean, another one, would you have had Jordan Pickford in goal? Or would you have maybe changed it up for like Aaron Ramsdale or Nick Pope, who have been in good form for club?
I would have put one of the other two goalkeepers in. I've never trusted Pickford.
Yeah.
And especially in this last game against Bournemouth for his club, he had an absolute howler of a performance.
I think there is, for England fans, there is a lot to be desired about the goalkeeper position. I think with the likes of Ramsdale and Pope, they should be at least be given a chance to play ahead of Pickford because, like we said, Pickford's not been great for his club. And the players are now coming out. Harry Kane leading them, and I believe it's Taremi is the captain for.
Yeah, we should probably quickly run through the Iran starting
Yep,
11.
gonna get the Iran team up just now. If I can pardon my pronunciation of their players. It's something that
We're
might
not
be a bit
we're,
hard.
we're not the great with names, but you'll have to.
Let me see. England versus Iran. So Iran, so we've got Berenvand, Mohrami, Chesme, Hosseini, Mohammadi, Yakinbash, who most fans will know from Britty's days at Brighton. We've got Nuro Hali, we've got Poro Galani, we've got Hasifi, who's a captain, we've got Karemi, and we've got the man who we said, Taremi. Taremi is one of the top goal scorers in all 5 leagues in Europe just now. I think he's level beside.
Even on goal and assist with Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think he's level with Ronaldo, which is something else for a
And
player.
90 goals and assists in total.
For a player of his stature, I mean, I remember he played against Chelsea in Champions League, and he scored that wonder goal. He scored an absolute wonder goal against Mendy in Champions League. I think it was last year. So we're going through the national anthems just now. With God Save the Queen.
God Save the King now.
Sorry, my sorry, that is correct. It's God Save the King.
It's the only national anthem that has to change now and again.
Yep. I know we've got the Iranian national anthem getting played just now.
With a giant World Cup in the background.
That's probably as close as England and Iran are going to get to that World Cup.
Yep.
Sorry, England fans and Iranian fans.
They might as well ask could they help lift it. Just so they have like,
I mean, I don't think that's going to fit in Declan Rice's suitcase, do you?
Unless you pop it and then just fold it up, put it in that suitcase.
So, guys, if you're on chat, pop us a few questions in chat, and we'll try our best to answer them. Put your predictions in chat as well.
Tell us how many goals Iran is going to score against England.
But guys, just sit back and enjoy our waffling, shall we say?
Well, that person sad in the stands. I zoomed into a very sad looking person at the national anthem. I
mean, this is Iran's third appearance at a World Cup. They done well in Russia, where the goalkeeper just now saved a penalty against the aforementioned Cristiano Ronaldo.
Their captain basically said beforehand, we know our country, what's in our country is not right at the moment, but we got to hopefully bring smiles during these games.
That is true. That is true.
We have the lineups here where everyone does that weird, like, unfolded arm thing.
Yep.
They always do.
I mean, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 formation for England with Mason Mount in behind Harry Kane, which Mount has played that position for Chelsea for a few times, which he has been more suited to his kind of style of play.
United, that's what the formation we use a lot. So Luke Shaw would probably be familiar with it. Harry Maguire probably not because he hasn't played much, but Luke Shaw would be familiar with the formation setup.
Oh, we've got the VAR room.
That's the VAR wondering which one of them are going to try and ruin this game today.
So we've got a Uruguayan in charge of the VAR.
One of the assistants is a Spanish man. Assistant VAR. They're doing their coin flip of who goes first.
I think England are going to be kicking off.
I think England won the coin toss.
So let me say this:
4-3-3 for Iran.
Led by Carlos Queiroz. A lot of Man United fans will remember him from his time under Sir Alex Ferguson.
Exactly. Uh, 4-2-3-1 versus a 4-3-3. The question is England going to attack or are they going to play this defensively with a back four system? That is the real question here.
There we go.
We have all the fans wondering what they're doing because they're not drunk. I've never seen the start of a game before. What happens?
There's
Gareth Southgate. Now there's Queiroz.
Gareth Southgate without his customary waistcoat on. I think it may be too hot for his waistcoat today.
I mean, Jono says his powers are usually from his waistcoat, so therefore he might be terrible today. We'll see. Oh, we got a nice countdown. Oh, this is fancy.
I do quite like that. It's quite smart. We'll get the commentary on just now.
I do like the countdown.
And Iran gets kicked off.
I do like the countdown, the thing that they have there. I think more stadiums should have.
It's a good shout. So Saka in his first World Cup, Jude Bellingham again, first World Cup. Last time England played a World Cup, Jude Bellingham was 14 years of age. How old does that make you feel? How old does that make you feel?
Dear God.
So 4 years ago, so Russia 2018. Jude Bellingham was 14. And that hadn't made his debut yet. That is a bit. It's horrible to think of.
You're making everyone feel old.
Yes. If I've got to feel old, everyone else has got to feel old. Because 4 years ago, I was 29.
Oh,
yeah. So if everyone's got to feel old, they've got to feel old. I mean, from a football point of view, I'm glad that John Stones is actually playing. I like John Stones. He's always been a solid centre back and a good ball playing centre back as well.
Some nice passing at the moment from England.
Yeah, they're not being pressed. Yeah, they're not being pressed much by Iran. I mean, I don't think Iran are set up to do that. To be fair, when you look at it.
Well, there's Harry Maguire. He touched the ball.
He's touched the ball a few times, and he's actually made a few. He's actually not missed a pass yet, and I say yet.
A nice ball up here.
So earlier on, I was kind of watching the build up to this game, and Jude Bellingham was getting interviewed, and he's still never scored for England. And the interviewer said, "Are you holding your goals for the World Cup?" He said, "Here's hoping." I like Jude Bellingham. Very, very, very good player.
Yeah,
very good player.
There's one English player I don't like for many reasons, and I've said it many times before, and that is Declan Rice.
I wonder why that is.
I wonder why that is. Might have something to do with the Irish flag behind me.
That could be a penalty.
They're appealing for it. Harry Maguire is appealing for it. It will probably be checked by VAR.
That's a penalty.
Harry Maguire, someone pushed over, and then Harry Maguire also wrestled down. So that's two incidents there, in my opinion. Someone grabbed hold of Harry Maguire, but there was also another player before that got pushed
John Stones
to the ground. So both centre backs completely rugby tackled.
Yeah, I believe that could be a penalty, guys.
Gareth Southgate's like, hey, what's up?
Oh, no penalty.
Oh. The Uruguayan VAR man says no.
Oh, that's a
It
big call.
was checked by VAR. VAR said the Uruguayan not having it. To be fair, they have Luis Suarez, so I said they would be letting a lot of things go.
That, I mean, if that was against either, like, say for instance myself Scotland or yourself Ireland, you'd be going apoplectic with that. That is, I think that's a poor decision by the VAR.
Yeah.
I think that's very poor VAR. I mean, we've seen it last night as well with the goal was disallowed in the Ecuador game, which yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
But this VAR once again, like I said in the beginning, when we saw the VAR team, was like, how are they going to try and ruin this game? They've already tried.
And we have got the sports capital in the chat. Good morning, or should I say good afternoon? It's still too early for me. How are we today? Hope you are having a great day. And
shout out to them. Our very own Chris here went on theirs channel the last time.
Yes, you'll find me again tomorrow. You'll see my face again tonight, and then you'll see myself tomorrow on the Sports Capital with the guys. So Monday,
we're getting way too much of Chris's face this week.
Exactly.
But you're gonna see
everyone wants me. Everyone wants me.
Yeah, you might have to start charging image rights for Chris at some point.
Right, there's got to be a joke in here. A Scottishman and an Irishman watching an England game. Yeah.
Now, listen, we had that before, Monday. We had that before where we're like, me, Chris, and Gormy did a host. So we're American, a Scottishman, and an Irishman do a podcast.
So Monday, if you just missed it, England should have had a penalty in our opinions. Maguire and Stones.
Listen, we're unbiased when we need to be. We clearly said that was a pen.
Still in. Good pressure from Saka.
Good pressure from Saka, but good control by the Iranian to keep the hold of the ball. And we had two balls for a second. The one's been rolled out.
I mean, we're not. It's not Qatar we're playing here. They could have used a second ball last night, and
I know.
Probably wouldn't have scored.
I'm surprised they didn't. Just change the rules at halftime. have 5 balls on the pitch, and the only one, and the change the rules is the only one that counts is the one that they put in.
Don't mind me, I'm just fixing my cables because I'm getting tripped up.
Saka got fouled. I'm trying to do a skill move away, people. Trippier takes a quick free kick. And gets blasted in. And Harry Maguire almost scores into the...
Yeah, she almost did.
But now the Iranian goalkeeper and one of their players are down, very much injured. Or at least they look that way because they are holding their face. And it looks like the keeper actually clobbered into his own player trying to save that. He ran in and completely sideswiped his own player.
Oh, that's a sore one.
That's what I'm saying. He ran in and accidentally sideswiped his own player.
Oh!
They just banged into each other.
Super slow-mo and boof. Oh, that is a.
I don't. They really didn't need to show that about 5 times, but
yeah. Big centre half's back up. I mean, that's we call big centre half. That is Takes it on the chin. Literally takes it on the chin.
He's back up, just sprays his face with water just to get back into the game. But the keeper is still very much not recovered.
Yep.
He's getting assessed by the medical team at the moment. Potential nosebleed is what it looks like, because they have a tissue to his nose.
Yeah, that could be a broken nose, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just pop it back into place. Sorry for those ones that are having their lunch at this moment in time. But there's a lot of blood on this goalkeeper's face. It was a very, very hard collision.
They have to make sure there's no concussion.
Oh,
because
now you wonder if that Harry Maguire put that in the back of the net, would they allow it because the keeper was down injured?
You wouldn't know it VAR. They could have found a way to disallow it.
And I think I just seen Bane from Batman in the crowd there.
Yeah, you know what? It's a fair play to Bane. Doesn't usually come out this far to watch games. Oh, the keeper is still getting assessed. He's been brought back down to the ground.
Oh,
he's getting something shoved up his nose.
Yeah, smelling salts.
Mm. The Iran fans are trying to synchronize a clap, but not many people are joining in with them. There's about 5 of them doing the claps. Even Qatar had more people in unison for the clap.
No, those supporters at the back of the goal, they made some noise last night.
Mm. Declan Rice already has to get a sip of water.
Oh, no wonder, because the heat, I believe it was 32 degrees outside the stadium. But
after running around for a bit, the second choice keeper is warming up for Iran.
Yeah. You wonder how bad this injury could be.
It could also be a precaution, because it could have been a bit of a concussion with the amount of impact. The fact that he's still on the ground.
I think this keeper's race is run. I'm sad to say.
He might be heavily concussed the way that they're keeping him on the ground. They keep going back to check on him. Oh, there's Batman.
Yep, Batman's in the side. So we had Batman and Bane both in the stadium today.
Batman's obviously here to keep an eye on Bane, so there's no shenanigans during the match.
We've now got a baby on the screen. There's another baby. What?
Which was the baby? One of them.
Yeah, I think it's a substitution going to be made for Iran.
There's going to have to, this man, which means there's going to be a heavy length of added time in this first half for this. They're bringing the drums out. Let's keep the crowd entertained. 2 people are banging some drums. This keeper is still very much on the ground.
He's holding his the medical officials need to get involved in this. They need to tell him, yeah, he's concussed. Get him.
Yeah. Very much good. The second choice keeper is putting on his jersey. He's definitely coming on. They're definitely making this keeper substitution. Someone needs to try and get this man to stand up, and why he's standing up now. They're going to bring him in. The captain just threw water in his keeper's face. His eyes look absolute dazed from here, to be honest.
Nah, he needs to come off.
Someone needs to tell him that he can't. He can't continue. He looks completely out of it. This man.
It's not his. I agree. I agree with Jermaine Genius. First time ever, and you've had it live here today. No, the referee needs to.
Somebody needs to take control of this. This is completely.
Yeah.
Think of his safety. This is the go. This is the Martinez situation from before.
Exactly.
They kept him on.
Yeah, we spoke about this on our podcast recently. That he should not be made to made his own decision. That has to be taken out of his decision by the medical officials and the referee. He's been down for about 7 or 8 minutes.
They should have a temporary concussion substitution that, like, if he's fine, he can come back in. That's what I'm saying. They should change the rule to, like, you can have a temporary, send someone on temporarily, where you fully assess him behind closed doors.
Yeah, like the NFL do, and like the NFL and rugby do. You've got a concussion substitution you can make.
We should have this here because this man should not be, because they're still wiping his head.
Yeah.
Someone needs to sub this man off. His nose looks completely out of place.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's
the fact that they're putting his goalkeeper gloves back on him is it's good. He looks completely out of it.
Nah, he's got to go.
This man, he looks completely out of it. He doesn't know where he is. Completely poor form. If anyone's listening, they have kept him on.
Yeah.
As goalkeeper after he was down for about 6 minutes. And now the second choice keeper is putting back on his bib. You would think because they made this mistake, you would think it would be now easier for England to score. Because I don't think that man is fully there.
Nah, he's definitely not there at all. Yeah, he's gone off. I'm sorry, but that should have been 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's gone down once again. The man's on the ground again. That he should not have been allowed to continue.
Nah.
You've now delayed more time to be added on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's poor. The official should have said no.
The referee should have made this call and said no.
Yeah,
you're subbing him.
Yeah, 100%.
Now the second choice keeper has to get ready again.
Oh, Jesus.
He has to tie his shoes again. Yeah, but they've now brought on the stretcher. Probably something they should have done in the beginning instead of allowing him to stand up and continue.
But I don't know if you heard there that this is going to be the second choice goalkeeper's competitive debut.
Well, fair play to him. Sadly it's come at this terrible time, but it'll be a big moment for him, I'm sure. As they are showing the incident once again.
Yeah, I mean, you see from when he collides, his head goes right back as well. That's straight away. Get him off. Concussion substitution straight away. There should not have been any qualms about that. It's poor from the reigning medical officials. It's poor from the referee as well. I'm sorry, but it's poor.
It's also poor from Quiros' decision making there
Oh,
too.
Kiros can only go by what his medical team's saying and his
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
So,
but like you should also have like you have your own eyes. I would have told my man of the
exactly.
team, you're wrong. We're taking him off.
When we are sitting behind a computer screen,
Yeah.
and we can see that he's in clearly no fit state.
And the captain telling his goalkeeper what to do. Probably the first instruction is don't run into your own player. We don't want another one.
Well, they have. I mean, that's what they were saying just there. They have brought the most goalkeepers to the World Cup. They brought 4 goalkeepers.
Well, in fairness, they probably don't have enough talent that they had to bring up goalkeepers.
Yeah. And we're back underway. It's taken 10 minutes or so.
But you should have only taken about 5 because they should have told them to get off.
Get off the pitch.
We'll see how much that disruption affects either team.
Exactly.
Because it usually does when you have to wait this long. You were in a bit of a rhythm and then it would have completely disrupted itself. But England are on the attack again.
That's a good challenge. That's a very good challenge. So a wee bit of facts for you regarding England and Iran. So England, this is their 16th time qualifying for the World Cup, the longest streak in the competition. So it's a seventh appearance in a row. That's, I mean, you'd be surprised if they didn't qualify because they've got a lot of very good players, and sometimes the groups that they get has been relatively kind to them. But that's what you get when you're in the top. That's what you get. That's what happens when you're a top seed. You get
the easier qualification when you're in top seeds.
Also, they've got the best goal difference of any European team. In the qualifiers, they're scoring 39 goals, conceding only 3. That's some goal scoring. But as we all know, regarding about the recent Nations qualifiers, Nations League qualifiers, they didn't do that well. They did not do that well.
They did not win a single game. And the reason was, I believe, the one that they were close to winning, they drew 3-3, did you?
Exactly. And that was down to a Mick Pope error. So you wonder if that played part in...
that probably played part in his decision, to be fair.
Yep.
Went back to his favourite in his Nick Pope. Iran do have a free kick here. Be interested to see if they do anything from it.
That's a poor ball in.
You can see what they were trying. Your man tried to run away and quickly run back.
Good ball in. Is that good ball in? Oh.
He tried to do basically a Trent against Barcelona.
Yep.
The corner taken quickly. That's what they tried to do with the free kick. Your man walked away, ran back, quickly took it, and it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, for a good position, it's a very, very poor free kick.
Now it's back in the English possession.
Harry Maguire. He's not really been tested yet, but he's been involved.
He's done what we said. He's keeping it simple here.
Yeah,
with his passing.
He's been involved with. I mean, I still think he should have had a penalty in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah,
but
no, him or John Stones. One of them.
One of
there was two. There was two of those incidents in that box.
Well, if you think on it as well. Oh,
the Iran player is not happy that the
very
ref
unhappy with that.
England. For this, we're going to see it here. This push.
I don't really see what's wrong with that. There's not much in that at all.
Well, that's probably why your man's angry.
Yeah. Look shot down the line. It's a good block and cleared. That's a free
They've
kick.
they've been decent at defending Iran, to be fair, when it comes to them.
Yeah, I mean,
Apart from that penalty incident,
yeah,
they've been decent at defending.
I mean, Iran are one of 20 teams to feature in the last two World Cups, as we kind of spoke about earlier on. But out of those teams, they have had a few shots, 47, and a few shots on target, which is only 10. And they've only scored 3 goals in the group stages across the two competitions combined. So you wonder where the goals are going to come from this Iranian team.
They're very much reliant on their number.
Yeah, number 9. Yeah, Taremi.
Another push on an area.
Offside. He was offside.
But there was another push before the offside flag.
Yep. I think there's around about 4,000 England fans out in Qatar. They're not as loud as you'd think.
Probably has something to do with that they can't drink. They're usually loud when they have.
And there's the first yellow card of the game. And it's going to the Iranian right back. Oh no, sorry, it's Yakinbash.
For a challenge.
Ooh.
He tried to get the ball, but Luke Shaw hit it away, and just to follow through onto Luke Shaw's
ankle. Foot. Yeah, that was a sore one right on the top of the foot as well.
But the reason why it's only yellow is because he was trying to get the ball, Luke Shaw just hit it away.
That's
questionable.
It's getting a wee bit touchy. It's getting a wee bit broken up. I mean, I don't think the injury to the goalkeeper helped, but it's gonna get the game's getting a wee bit disjointed a little bit.
Around they're trying to be a bit more aggressive now.
It's
a lot of losing the ball and winning the ball back here at this moment in time.
That's a free kick. Oh, referee.
He gave the throw in.
Yeah, gave the throw in to England.
This referee at the moment is a bit.
So England have had 73% possession. They've not really done much with it apart from the ball in for where the goalkeeper had collided with his own centre back, and it has since went off. If you're just joining us, for 1 yellow card, we've had a possible penalty decision not given by VAR.
Yeah, England's keeper Nick Pope has not been tested, so there's nothing for Todd Bowley to go on at the moment. If you care about that story, then apparently
no,
that's you're interested.
Not an entity of a story, in my opinion.
Listen, people with Todd Bowley, you're going to get linked to like every single player because that man
to be fair,
wants to kid in the candy shop.
Yeah, I mean, he has got the money to throw at things, but
but he's a kid in the candy shop at the moment that he wants to just
make a statement.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he wants, but he wants a lot of it.
It's a good challenge on Harry Kane. Good first hold for the new goalkeeper in goal.
Yeah, on his debut, which is good for him to do those sort of stuff on the man's debut.
You know, we're watching this game, but I think the speed of the ball movement on the pitch is very slow. I mean, I don't know if that's maybe because the pitch hasn't been well watered, but it's that ball into the ball from Mount into Saka was running really, really slow. Oh, there's a pass back to Harry Maguire. That's a good ball from Declan Rice.
Yep.
And that's not a free kick.
Saka is claiming he's been shot.
I'm sorry, but there's not everything's a free kick. I think this referee's over officiating the game in a way.
Yeah.
given. He's not letting the game flow. He's not letting the game flow at all.
Did you see an interesting statement? Eden Hazard said he's probably past his best.
I did see that. It's sad to say. I mean, that 2018 form when he was for Chelsea, that was he was the best. He was the best footballer around at that time.
Got his move to Real Madrid off of his good form that he was.
Yeah. I mean, you wonder why that is, because you look at Hazard. He was one of the fittest players in the Premier League. He was playing every single week, other than when he got injured.
Then moves to Spain and it just goes all wrong for him.
It goes all wrong. It's a strange one, but it's also a sad one, because, like we said, prime Eden Hazard was outstanding.
Yeah, there were debates on him. Very close from Mason Mount, the man that we said was not good enough for him to score.
That was a good move. Saka on his weaker foot, coming on his right hand side there. It's a good, nice move for Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, gets it straight to Mason Mount. Mason Mount hits it on the side, Nedley.
It was better from England. Better, a wee bit more quicker in the passing.
Did you see that all image with like Ronaldo and Messi playing chess?
Yeah, I did see that. You wonder what effect they both will have on their respective countries this year in the World Cup.
Yeah, because they both want to desperately win it because they're running out of chances. Messi pretty much said this is his last chance.
Yeah, I've said, that's a
ref gives nothing.
Whoa.
There's a lot of challenges being flown in, and Iran players got tackled so many times, but the ref says nothing for it.
It'll be interesting to see that challenge again, because I think that was a foul.
Raheem Sterling tries to get in, but it goes out.
Nuts.
Raheem Sterling nutmegs, but then he can do nothing about it after that.
Yeah.
They do win a corner though, but Trippier will whip it in. We'll see. They've got some big lads, England.
Let's see what defending Iran do this time. Do they go rugby style, or do they stand off them this time?
Because you would think like England's one of their biggest chances to score would be from set pieces, because they have the big head of Harry Maguire. You have Harry Kane there too that can jump.
Off the bar by Harry Maguire.
Like I said, you have the big head of Harry Maguire that you can aim for.
As a break on for Iran.
They're closing up shop here now, England.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough people making the run for the Iran players in that breakaway. There was literally only like two that made the forward run.
That is very unlucky for Maguire. That is unlucky for Maguire. It's a good header. Just gets maybe a bit too much onto it. We're still waiting to get us done. There we go. Back in play now. So we've got...
some questionable passing from around there.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing. A bit of a shove in the back, and one of the Iran players in England have the ball back.
I mean, so far it's been quite tetchy from England. They're trying to feel their way into the game. Okay, they've had the one off the bar there. They probably should have had a penalty, but apart from that, they've not really broken the lines of Iran.
To be honest, 2 chances in this game, and Harry Maguire could have scored both. There's 2 clear chances fell to Harry Maguire both times.
We did mention at the start of the show that Harry Maguire will have a big effect on this game, and he already has.
There's Luke Shaw on the ball now.
It's a good ball from Maguire.
Ronaldo claimed in this interview that he would love to checkmate Messi.
It's Jude Bellingham. It's 1-0. It's Jude Bellingham.
1-0 to England. A cross into the box, and Jude Bellingham heads it in. Iran will have to do something now. Nice hook from Harry Maguire. While he's trying to do his celebration, so it kind of ruins the celebrations slightly. He wasn't asking for a hug; he was trying to celebrate.
It's a great run from Bellingham.
Yeah, did you see in the press conference Ronaldo saying he would like to checkmate Messi in the chess game? I heard rumors that photo was actually a bit fake, that they weren't both in the same room at that time.
No, they actually were. There was a behind the scenes video of it. Going back to the game here, that was a very, very, very good header.
Yeah, good cross too.
Luke Shaw.
It's what he can do. It was what he's always had in his luck of those kind of crosses. It's his fitness to let him down quite a bit sometimes. England are on the ball again.
Oh,
yeah, but that
again, and it makes him out.
Once again, we're going to look at this beautiful cross in the box.
It's a great cross, and it's a great run a good late run from Jude Bellingham, not picked up.
I'm pretty sure Luke Shaw was trying to aim for Harry Kane, but he won't care that Bellingham got there. You know? It looked like he was aiming for Harry Kane, but he will not mind Bellingham making the run and scoring it.
We can now hear the England fans start to tune up.
They'll be thinking it's coming home after this game.
Yeah.
That's what they always do before they face someone big.
I did mention it before the start of the
first goal for England for Jude Bellingham.
We did say that before.
You asked him if he was saving his goals for England for this tournament, and he hopes so. Well, he has.
Yep. It's been a pretty solid start from England, you'd say, wouldn't you? Pickford's not really had anything to do. He could be sitting in amongst them England fans on a nice cold 0.5% Bud Light, sitting in the stand. Remember, kids, drink responsibly as well.
Exactly. Iran haven't really done anything to be apart from almost giving away a penalty. I've not seen anything from Iran. You would say by halftime England deserved to be at least 1-0 up because
I
of
agree.
the penalty decision.
I do agree.
Mainly because of that penalty decision.
Yeah. I mean, you look at that. Sterling, Mount, and Saka have had the most receptions of the game so far. You wonder, and especially from the two Chelsea boys, where's this been for Chelsea all season? They're not.
Yeah, but they weren't helped by the disruption of changing managers too.
Yeah.
It must be difficult to change your complete style like a bit into the season after doing preseason in the Tuchel way. To
Yeah,
suddenly
exactly.
playing Graham Potter's kind of style.
Football, yeah.
In other news of the thing we didn't talk about it really much, but Rangers sacked their manager.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
maybe go into that in the at half time. We'll have a wee chat regarding about that.
Mm. But if anyone follows Scottish football, that's the news from Scottish football today.
Yeah.
The Iran man is chasing a pretty much losing battle here from the keeper. You would say the Iran keeper, the substitute, has not been too bad. Like, there's nothing he could have done for that
They've
goal.
done nothing with the header. Nah, nothing can do with the header. That's a good ball. Edge. Oh. Well done by Hannah McGrath, saving from a corner.
Yep. It was a decent attack that came to nothing from Iran.
Good bit of movement from the Iranians.
It's the first time they've actually strung a few passes together. The referee is being very lenient with fouls at this particular moment of time.
To England, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he finally gave one.
Saka looking like he's done nothing there when he's clearly dragged him to the ground.
I'd be more claiming like he didn't give a pen, so why you give him? That'd be my argument more so than I did nothing. Yeah.
Sorry, John. I might need to bang you for that statement. It's not coming home. Football never came home, and it never will. Sorry to say that.
Jono thinks France are going to win because it was in France before, so that's home currently. So it's coming back to France, according to Jono.
Exactly. Obviously, the news during the week that Karim Benzema, the current Ballon d'Or winner, current Ballon d'Or recipient, should I say, is not going to be playing this year at the World Cup. The first time ever the current Ballon d'Or holder has never played at a World Cup.
And it's his last World Cup too.
Exactly.
Which is more the argument of like having a World Cup like in the November, December.
Yeah, I mean it's this argument's going to rumble on for a while.
Yeah,
it should never. I mean, yes, we're happy that football's being played, but a World Cup is meant for a summer. It's meant for the summer when we'll see that in 4 years' time when we're in the United States. Hopefully, put on a good show. I'm sure they will. They've got some amazing stadiums in America. I mean, you got SoFi Stadium, the newest stadium.
And we also we could potentially have the Euros eventually in Ireland, Scotland,
and Scotland.
Wales.
2026 is it? 2028.
I think it's a 2028 bid.
Because we're going to Germany for
the 2024 one.
2024 one, yeah.
I mean, I think if we do successfully get that bid for the Euros accepted, like I think it'd be a good for the country.
Nations, yeah. I mean, it means that Scotland actually qualify for a tournament.
And Ireland. Unless we're using our main stadium, Aviva, which is called the Dublin Arena on it because they don't like sponsors, FIFA.
Oh, what a goal.
Oh, Saka, we talked about him earlier. His first World Cup. Getting the goal.
What a goal that was.
Iran are getting very angry at the ref for that goal. And Trippier is not having it.
This could be coming back for VAR.
The Iranian players are all surrounding the ref for this. We'll see if anything happened here.
Nah, there's nothing in it. In fact, he's using his arms to gain.
It's a wonderful strike from Saka.
Yeah, it's like take nothing away from the strike.
The keeper, there's no way the keeper's getting to that. It's that beautifully. It dipped that perfect for Saka. Gareth Southgate with a questionable fist bump celebration.
Well, we'll see if VAR is going to have a look at it.
Once again, Harry Maguire involved in something.
He's given it. It's
And that is Jono. The ref said that you had the bat and you couldn't leave work early enough. That is Jono. He is stuck. I mean, for the most part, Iran have only themselves to blame. They've not really done anything in this game. They've not tested Nick Pope at all, other than his distribution skills.
You mean John Pickford?
Jordan Pickford, yes. Other than his distribution skills is all they've tested. And England are once again on the attack. And it's another goal.
Raheem Sterling.
Harry Kane this time did square it to. I know you're complaining in Russia that he didn't square it to Raheem Sterling back in Russia 2018. He did this time. Beckham. No, but all that controversy back in 2018 where you said he didn't square it to Raheem Sterling, he did this time. So you can all shut up about Harry Kane not squaring the Sterling.
I think this is game over now.
It 100% is. Like, you can have a chance from 2-0, but 3-0's a tough ask for us, for this Iran side. It's a beautiful cross by
it's
Kane.
A great cross. It's a great cross. Good finish as well.
England fans are dancing in the sands. And will we see? Can Iran do something, or will they just be another Panama in the group stage for England?
Yes, this could be it could. I'm sorry, but this referee's giving the Iranian players absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But 14 minutes added on time.
Yeah, but because I know in the group stage the last time in the last World Cup they beat Panama 6-1.
Yeah, Panama scored in the 85th minute or something like that. But 14 minutes of added on time.
I mean, they can only blame themselves for their keeper not taking off their keeper.
This England can get another 2 goals in that 14 minutes.
Yeah. But this could turn into Panama Mark II for England with their first game.
Yeah.
England are on the attack once again. Saka tries to lay it off to Trippier, but Trippier gets clattered. Another corner for England.
Can
Have you
Harry
ever
Maguire get a goal?
have you ever seen 14 minutes?
I have actually seen it
Yeah.
in my local game. Well, it's about 10 minutes I've added on time, but I've not seen 14. But
Mm.
10 minutes, at least 10 minutes, I've
I
seen
have
because
I've
of a
seen
back injury.
I've seen 10 minutes in like the Norwich game when like the lights went dead. That was
Jude Bellingham having a major influence in this game so far.
you could like I'd argue Harry Maguire's having a big influence too in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I
To
mean,
be
we
fair
did.
to him.
We did kind of say at the top of the top of the show that Harry Maguire probably will have a major influence, but we didn't think it'd be in the attacking end
Well,
of.
we thought he should have a good he needed a good game for himself and his own confidence, and this will
Yep,
definitely be it at the moment.
definitely.
The question is for the next game that England play, do they go back to the back five for that one, or do they stick with this? That'll be the big question.
Against Wales.
No, their next game is against the USA.
I thought also it's Friday. It's Friday after
Yeah,
Friday
Friday.
Eve. Yeah, Friday, isn't it? Yeah,
Friday the 25th.
I mean, you wonder how fit the Americans are going to be after Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Yeah.
So...
That's what I'm saying, but that'll be the big test. If Garrett wants to progress, I say he sticks with the back. I would stick with the back four, be more like attacking because I've always said that that's his downfall. He plays too defensive.
Yeah,
for my liking.
I mean, you've got to kind of look at it from a footballing point of view. Yes, they've played well so far, but Iran have offered very little.
But I'm saying for like teams in his group, he should be playing.
Yeah, he should be playing.
I don't mind playing defensive if you're going against like France or Brazil. I don't mind defensive against those kind of teams because they'll have the ball mostly.
A good ball from Harry Kane.
But like for teams like this, he would usually have played a back five.
Yeah. I mean, you look at when they played against, I think it was Ukraine, and they played a back five. You think, right? There's teams you play attacking against. It's the lesser teams that England should be comfortably beating, like Iran, like Ukraine, all that kind of stuff.
Like Hungary that they lost.
Yeah, Hungary. Yeah,
the Asian
they lost. Yeah,
you played a back five against them. What you should have done is play this. You would have been somewhat better. You would have had more like attacking intent rather than trying to play Saka as a wingback in that game, which was the confusing one to me in the Nations League.
Exactly. Oh, Sterling to Declan Rice.
Yeah, like if you're playing Argentina or you're playing Brazil, play defensively all you want.
Yeah. Saka, that's a nice bit unlucky. That's unlucky from Mason Mount.
Goal kick. Saka is not happy with that decision.
Saka's never happy though.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but he's a money player, and he's also a bit of a. I'm talking about from his Premier League.
Yeah,
so he is a bit of a prima donna.
He's a decent talent, but he does complain a bit.
He does complain a bit,
but most of the top players do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Most of the top players do. I mean, that's without a shadow of a doubt.
Ronaldo.
No.
Listen, King's not here. I can say that's all I want. It's going to be mad. You have 14 minutes of out of time here, so the clock's going to tick up a bit, but then it's going to go back to like 40.
Yeah, exactly.
In the second half, which is always mad.
Like I kind of mentioned earlier on, John Pickford has had nothing to do.
Honestly, if I was him, I'd just second half, I'd bring out a pillow.
Bring out some Sudoku or something like that. But yeah, it's been very, very, very poor. from
Do
Iran.
Ben Foster just vlog the second half, have a conversation. Cycling GK.
Yeah.
Cycling
GK, if you're watching, hit us up. We're always looking for guests. Come on, we're more than happy to have you on the podcast.
I'll be honest, one day if that happened, I'd love it.
Yep. Ben Foster's brilliant. I like Ben Foster.
Yeah, I like Ben Foster. Ben Foster's a nice person. I like the fact that he's like he is collabing with like a bunch of like YouTubers.
He's collabing with Mark Goldbridge. I mean,
but he's also collabed with the Sidemen a lot of the time.
Yeah, well. I have seen that. That'll be a good game tomorrow. Mexico versus Poland. That'll be a good game tomorrow. And the holders, France against Australia tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good one. And a France squad very much reliant on Mbappe this campaign. As their main goal scorer, because they don't really have a proper goal scorer for their national team.
Yeah. I mean, if you think of them, they've still got Griezmann, they've still got Mbappe, they've still got Ousmane Dembele, they've still got Giroud. I mean, they've still got some of the best talent.
Griezmann's form at the moment is not good, and I always argue that Olivier Giroud in actual tournaments has never really shown up.
Yeah, but still, I mean, still, if you think on it,
he's a good scorer for like club level, but like when he comes to these tournaments for France, he only really gets at least maximum he's got in the last few tournaments is 2 goals in the entire tournament.
Oh, chance here. Oh, he's got to be doing better.
Number 7 for Iran. What are you doing?
Yakinbash.
The fans are stunned at that one. You gotta at least be making a
dream. He's probably just offside as well.
Yeah, but you gotta give the VAR and the linesman at least a question.
Yep. Take a touch, man. You could have took a touch there and taken it down, and that's, if you think on it, that's the first real chance that Iran have actually done.
Yeah, when they're giving them all away again.
What's that throw in? I wonder why they stopped there.
I always wonder how is the ref timing exactly 14 on his watch. They were saying like watch 14 minutes, but
it'll be 45 plus 14, so 59.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see if he's slightly off from the 59.
Yeah.
Little Harry Maguire on the ball doing a little jog.
It's nice. That's nice from Mason Mount. That's a bit. I think that's a foul. Yep, it is. Caught late by the Iranian player. I mean, if you're an England fan, you'll be happy so far. I mean, a lot of players who came to this World Cup in a bit of poor form, like Raheem Sterling, like Mason Mount, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw. They've done well. You've got to admit they have done well. They've got
the ball. It's a good first game for their confidence.
Yeah.
You needed this going into USA and Wales.
Yeah. Games. I mean, you've got to see the star performer so far has got to be Jude Bellingham.
You would argue second place in that is Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Harry Maguire
at the moment. I criticize him a lot, but I have to admit when he's playing well.
I mean, see, the thing is, I mean, the player we've not really talked about, Harry Kane. He's provided one assist, but apart from that, he's done really little.
Yeah,
he has done very little.
A free kick to England here.
Coming to the closing stages of the first half. Yes, we are playing 40 minutes of added on time. We're currently in the 58th minute of added in the first half.
Luke Shaw and Mason Mount both standing over this. Declan Rice wants to be involved, but he's being told to slightly go forward. It'll be interesting to see who takes it, whether Luke Shaw or Mason Mount.
Just look,
It'll
Shaw
be
puts
Shaw.
it in.
Whips it in. Oh, bit of a ricochet there for a second.
Yep.
It's back with Luke Shaw now. He passes. It's gone back to.
I think that should be half time now. See this last couple of minutes out.
Yeah.
Last couple of 30 seconds. That should be half time. Been a good performance so far from England. A bit of a lackluster performance from the Iranian team.
You'd think they'd be set up better with Quiros as their manager, but they've not really shown much.
I mean, if you think on it, I mean, like you said, this has probably been the best game for England to start their tournament with.
Yeah.
Been a very, very poor Iranian outfit.
It might have been different if they started with like Wales or
the USA,
yeah. But like they got a good one. Iran have not been added at all.
And then, there we go. Half time. It is currently England 3, Iran 0. So, boom, gives you half time analysis so far. What would you say?
England have done what they had to do. I don't think they've honestly been tested at all for their things, but you can only play what's in front of you in football.
Exactly.
And they've done quite well in fairness, but I'm sure a lot of people are getting carried away and thinking it's coming home based on this.
Well, see if you think on it, I mean, from an England point of view, it is the best possible start for England.
Yeah.
You've got play like we said, kind of there. You've got players that's playing not being the best of form, but you've had players making a name for themselves again. You've got, like you said, Bellingham. You've got Sterling. You've got Mount. You've got Harry Maguire. They have been solid in that first half. Again, like we said, I mean, they're not up against much, but like you just said, there you can only play what's in front of you. Which Iran, I thought before the game, it could be a tricky game for England, but a comfortable one. But I think your prediction is no longer going to be. I think it's currently out the window. As you say, it's not going to be 0-0. But
listen, it could have really been 0-0 coming if Iran was actually on it, but they've not been that good at all.
Boom's just got to step away for a couple of minutes. But yeah, from this kind of game, it's a good game for England to start with. As we're kind of watching the analysis here, I mean, Luke Shaw's been very predominant. Oh, excuse me. Down the left hand side, as we watch the goal coming in, it's a great header from Jude Bellingham. Good bit of movement from Sterling into Shaw, first time ball, bang back in the net. It is. I was just kind of saying to the chat there, it's been comfortable. I mean, Bellingham, the goal, his movement off the ball is outstanding. Doesn't get picked up. It's a kind of late run. The defender doesn't really see him until last. The keeper is, I think a keeper could do a wee bit better. He is about 3 yards off his line.
According to like statistics and SofaScore, you have England are currently playing in total with a 7.11, and Iran is playing with a 6.14 in their statistics score.
The thing is, I mean, I'm kind of looking at this. I'm looking at the kind of stats just now for England. So England have had 4 shots on target, 3 off target, and that's like, as we watch the goal again, it's a fantastic goal. Iran have had nothing. 1 shot off target, which was the Yakinbash one. England have had 71% possession compared to Iranians 29. 4 corner kicks, 1 offside. Iran have committed 9 fouls in that first half, and only got 1 yellow card. But I'm looking at the crosses. England have whipped in 15 crosses in that first half. That's something they weren't really doing in the Nations League. They weren't putting balls into the box to get like the chances for like Sir Kane, Sterling, Mount, whatever.
The highest performer in is Jude Bellingham at the moment on a
Yeah.
7.6.
Pickford's had nothing to do. He's had nothing. He's had one goal kick to make. Not even made a save. Whereas the substitute goalkeepers had made has had one save, but yet conceded 3 goals.
And the lowest scorer for England is Jordan Pickford because he has nothing to do. He's on a 6.5. Declan Rice is actually the second lowest on 6.8.
That's surprising. Well, not really. I mean, he's not really done anything worth like kind of talking about. He's been solid in that midfield with Bellingham. I mean, he's given.
The 3 lowest players for ratings are Jordan Pickford, Declan Rice, and John Stones.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire's on a 7.3. That's an assist to his name.
We're watching the England fans celebrating with their jackets on, but it's when they're not in the summer.
That man in the front is surprised that Harry Maguire has done something. That's a smile and clap. Like, oh, he's actually done. My God. That was my expression too when he was actually in the attacking.
So, going back to what we're kind of talking about earlier on there, Boom, what do you think the game from last night? Do you think that shows you what kind of performances that we can expect from Qatar, or do you think it's just a flash in the pan that they were that bad?
No, I think we're going to expect that from. I think Qatar plays Senegal and then the Netherlands. I don't see them getting any results.
Yeah,
at any of them.
I mean, it's sad, but I do agree with you. Oh, excuse me. It's early doors for me, so I'm normally getting out of bed at this time. So, especially my days off. But, would you expect changes? Do you think England will make changes before that for the next game against the USA?
I think they might, as the game goes on, make a few changes.
I think you might see like maybe rest Harry Kane, bring on Callum Wilson maybe.
You could rest the Sterling and bring on Rashford.
Yeah. I mean, like get a player like kind of give them all game time instead of having just kind of come over, sit on the bench and do nothing. You want to give
you technically could bring on like Phil Foden and Rashford and just still have like a decent
or Jack Grealish, one of the two. I mean,
and like Callum Wilson on for Harry Kane for a bit.
Yeah. I think it's still 5 substitutions you can make in this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I think 3, obviously 3 kind of segments you've got, so it's like kind of like now this doesn't count as a segment. So like kind of you can make 5 changes and 3 breaks of play basically. But going back to that first half,
it'd be interesting to see if he does try and give like the likes of Calvin Phillips a bit of game time in this.
Yeah, maybe John Henderson as well. You've got on the bench as well. That's the thing. They've got some good strength. They've got some good depth that can bring on in the second half. I mean, I don't foresee Iran causing any trouble in the second half. I only see kind of more chances for England to increase the lead. It could be a big score at the end of the day for the English. But
yeah, like I predicted, at this point it could end up being another Panama.
Yeah, 6-1. Do you think they'll have a chance to score? Maybe a set piece if they can get one.
They look like near the end of that half that they might have an attack in them, Iran.
Yeah,
if they can get it right.
I mean, so like I said, kind of going back to the other game today, the 5 o'clock kickoff, Senegal versus Holland or the Netherlands. How do you see that one going, Boom?
I see Senegal showing us a good performance, but I think the Netherlands have a bit too much for Senegal.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can foresee going wrong is if their main attackers don't turn up, like say Gakpo and Depay and Bergwijn. If they don't really turn up, they don't have a
Reports are that he's dropped Timber from his starting 11.
Julian Timber.
Yeah, he's playing Matthias de Ligt instead of Timber, is the rumor.
No, to be fair, I mean, Delict. I mean, I can see him going that kind of 3-5, kind of 3-5-2 kind of formation. The Dutch,
because it said for a long time Timber, Van Dijk, and Ake was the chosen trio in Bangladesh line, but Timber being struggling at Ajax, big games, they've not done well this season.
Yeah.
Apparently, Matthias de Ligt is, because he's doing well for Bayern at the moment, is being chosen.
That's true. I mean, I'll be interested to see who plays kind of right wing back. I hope. I mean, from a Celtic point of view, I hope Frimpong gets a shout because he's been outstanding for Leverkusen this season. But I think it is going to be an interesting game this evening, the 5 o'clock game. It's two teams that, well, one team that's got potential to go straight to the final in the Holland if they can score the goals, and then Senegal. I mean, obviously losing. I mean, they've still got who's it? I mean, Edu Mendy in goal.
Yeah,
and he's not been great for.
Yeah, they have Koulibaly, who's not, who you know from Chelsea.
Yeah, he's not been great for Chelsea. Same as Edu Mendy. I mean, the big loss is Mane from that team.
Yeah, it was their
massive loss.
Big star is Sadio Mane.
Yeah, but I still think what do you call it? I still think Holland the Dutch should still have too much for them going forward. I mean, the midfield.
They have the Everton midfielder. It's a gay or what?
Yeah, just like Gay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then you've got, like, let's say you've got tonight, you've got today you've got Frankie de Jong as well in that midfield. I mean, there's a lot of potential in that Dutch team. They've got a young team, but they've also got an experienced team. But it'll be interesting to see how they perform. And it's obviously Van Gaal with his second coming, if you will, back to the Dutch national team. Got a point to prove to a lot of people.
And that in Ajax, that Kenneth Taylor lad is very good recently.
Yeah, Kenneth Taylor, I like Kenneth Taylor. He's a very, very good player. Very good player. Been linked with a few moves to the Premier League.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, you've also got the Manchester United kind of link there with Ten Hag. Does he go back for him? Maybe, because that's the kind of position that Man United kind of do lack in, and that kind of central midfield.
We are rumored to be going pretty much to link to most Ajax players.
Yeah, and then obviously you've got Gakpo,
because you also got the links with like Van der Sar, which makes business with Ajax that much easier slightly.
Exactly,
because he did a comment saying earlier, Van der Sar saying they rejected Arsenal's bid of the thing, but then United came in and it was slightly different.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, the thing is, Gakpo's got the choice of the whole. No, not Gakpo. Ajax, they'll have a chance for, like, to prove themselves on the kind of the world stage, but the ones the ones with Ajax at the World Cup, because you've got the boys at what's the one that was like with Chelsea towards the end of the January transfer window? The summer transfer window. Is it Alvarez? It plays for, I think he's Uruguayan.
He is Mexican.
So
Anderson Alvarez, he was linked.
Yeah.
he wanted to go and he tried to do an Anthony and knock out the training, but it was a bit too late in the window.
Yeah, it was far too late for him. I mean, I
Mm.
seen him against Chelsea. He looked a good player. He looked a very good player. I seen him obviously last season when they played against Rangers. Last season as well in the in the Europa League. But as you kind of mentioned earlier on, Crazy Boom, that big news from Scotland is that Giovanni Van Bronckhorst has been sacked by Rangers. 6 to 8 days in the 6 to 8 games in the in the position. Coming up to his year anniversary, has been sacked by the Ibrox club. It'll be interesting to see what kind of manager they go for now. Rumour is that it's going to be Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix that he's going to be going for.
Yeah.
Because not even a magician could make a performance for try to get 9 points back from Celtic. But it'll be interesting to see who they go for. Because they've got to sack his old backroom staff, which apparently is going to cost quite a bit of money, and it's just who they can bring in to replace him.
Yeah, so there is a significant gap at the moment between Celtic and Rangers in that table. And apparently, according to the Ajax manager, he viewed beating Rangers in the Champions League as a very big game. Because every time he gets asked saying you've not won a big game, that Ajax manager keeps bringing up, well, we beat Rangers in the Champions League.
Yeah. So a couple of changes. Jahan Bash has been substituted, which is interesting. That's very interesting.
Quiros obviously not happy.
Yeah.
But if you look at the stats, it's more his defense that's letting him down rather than his attacking. But he's obviously not happy enough with that side of the pitch.
So the changes. There's been 3 changes. So there's been 3 changes at half time. Jahan Bash, Cheswin, Karimi going off. Glense, Kahane, and Ezotali have all came on.
He's changed 2 in the kind of midfield flat wing kind of position and 1 in the
centre back.
The defense.
Yeah. I think maybe that. I think it might be the one that was injured and the goalkeeper. It's went off. So maybe he's had maybe a kind of after effect with that challenge, but we don't really know until.
And once again, an Iranian pass goes straight to an Englishman. It's starting exactly like the first half started off, to be fair.
So if you're just joining us, it's currently England 3, Iran 0. Goal scorers: Jude Bellingham, Raheem Sterling, and Bukayo Saka.
Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw got an assist at some point in this game.
Yep. For Man United fans, Harry Maguire has not committed any sort of bad chance, bad kind of.
He's actually arguably one of the best players, which is surprising. And if you are just joining us, we did have to sit through 14 minutes of extra time in the first half because they did not tell their goalkeeper to leave the pitch around when they probably should have from the moment he went down.
Exactly.
It's another one of these head injury debates of when you have to tell someone to leave.
Oh, he wins the ball. He does not get anywhere near the ball. Oh, that's a sword, actually. His whole weight goes right onto his ankle there.
I'll be back in just a second.
Cool.
You're in the room.
No problem. So we have got a current free kick around 25 yards out for England. But Harry Kane is currently down, holding his ankle. It does look a bit of a sore one. So Kieran Trippier over the ball. We know what Trippier can do from set pieces. Straight into the ball. Bit of a poor attempt from Kieran Trippier. We know he can do better. Oh, right on top of your foot. The Iranians starting to kind of put their weight around, and it's a lot of niggly fouls. One of Carl Queiroz has told them getting right in our faces, but oh, got a throw in out just inside the England half. And it's a corner kick to
And back.
looking back. You not missed anything.
I know, because my dad has a dance while I was doing something. Seems all over the place at the moment when looks around. Shape. I have no idea what their shape is at the moment. They all seem to be just
That
going
is all
after
over the
it.
place.
They all seem to be just charging down each single player on the ball.
and gets another corner.
I see online that there's someone in the crowd and think I'm dressed up as the old Gareth Southgate in the waistcoat. Fair play to him. So maybe that's why England are doing well. There's a waistcoat Gareth Southgate somewhere in the stadium cheering on the boy.
Keeper.
A decent cross, but it was always going to be the keepers where it was going. But once again, Iran can't successfully break. They throw it straight to an Englishman. Waste of a throw. Oh, England do slightly mess up, but they get it back because Iran can. Oh, Iran are trying to get it back again, but they can't do anything. And Maguire is able to keep the attack going. And Raheem Sterling is now in, but he gets a good block from the Iranian to make sure Raheem Sterling doesn't get a shot off. That block needed to happen because he was going clean in for a shot. Gonna see it now in slow-mo, the run. And Luke Shaw's on this corner now. It's not Trippier who's on the other side.
I think Trippier's got a bit of a knock. So I don't know how fit it is.
Yeah, but it's usually Trippier that sends in these crosses. They've now given it to Luke Shaw for this time. Shaw will whip it in. It's off the head of Rice, I think, and it's gone completely out.
Oh.
Seems to be, might have been an offside there.
That was a free kick on Mason Mount, kind of jumping into him.
It's hard to tell sometimes when the ref zooms in on the ref pointing.
Exactly. But this,
they once again give it back to him.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's kind of got the same kind of pattern as the first half. It's all England, nothing going for Iran at all. But it's a poor ball by Harry Maguire.
Well,
and he did something about
it. We've said that before.
Yep.
Poor ball by Harry Maguire, but not in this game. That's the first time he's done it in this one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to. It doesn't matter because you are playing it. Because Iran don't seem to be able to get anywhere because your man slipped, and now it's back to
the right back.
The right back. They're gonna whack it up long, and it's gonna go straight back to an English player. And once again, we're testing the distribution of Jordan Pickford. That's always.
He done well there, Pickford. That was a good kick.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. All we're doing is testing the distribution of. Saka's now doing his usual runs. And Iran do get it clear. They whack it upfield. This time they don't give it instantly back, but there was
I don't think it was a handball.
A handball.
I'm sorry, but
the first move that they didn't give back to England instantly, the ref gave it back to them. It was the first time Iran actually controlled it and didn't give it away, and then the ref gives it.
Yeah, this is following exact same kind of pattern as
The first half, yeah.
before. Yeah, this has got the same kind of feeling as yesterday, second half of yesterday's game.
Mm.
Which is this is not what we want to see in the World Cup. We want to see attacking football, but it's
We prefer if both teams gave it a go rather than one giving up pretty much. Which I think we'll see a better game in the one we're doing later, Wales versus
Wales and USA. Yeah,
I think they're closer to each other than what these two sides are.
with Captain America, Mr. LeBron James of the world of soccer
versus Mr. Golf
against Mr. Golf.
Once again, the ball goes back to England.
It's a good ball from Raheem Sterling into Bukayo Saka.
Saka's in here. What will Saka do? Saka shoots and it's gone in. 2 goals from Saka in this game. Saka has scored twice. Goes up to hug the snake, Jack Grealish. So that is now 2 goals for Bukayo Saka in this World Cup, in his first World Cup.
Na, 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 na. A good play from Raheem Sterling again. Finds Bukayo Saka. Saka kind of dancing in the box.
Tucks it in.
Curls it beyond the goalkeeper.
There might be a slight deflection on the Iranian defender.
Don't think so.
Like.
I don't think
That's
so.
what I'm saying. There might be slight.
There is a slight one, yeah.
Yeah. As they try and get like his leg to it, his slight leg kind of sends his trajectory away from the keeper slightly. I mean, it doesn't matter. They all count the same Saka, so sometimes you need to look at the deflection. So it's 4-0 here now to England. Once again, there's still a chance for this to turn into Panama.
Yeah.
All it takes is an Iran goal. And Iran are doing some decent passing for once. I said that and they give it away. So
commentator's curse.
England trying to play it all fancy. But Raheem Sterling can't get to that. Your man whacked it up on the head. Iran are running in now. I think cross.
Yeah.
Gotta be no. They send it back to your man. He's gonna do a cross in the box though. Okay, that goes back.
That's poor. Oh, here we go. we're after substitutions, and it's the three
Man.
substitutions we said at halftime.
Yep, we are going to see Bukayo Saka's. It zoomed in on him there. But we are going to see Rashford come on the pitch, like we said he probably should. Wilson, we are going to be making so because he needs to rest people for like the two more important games now that you're 4-0 up.
Yep.
Iran have the ball into the box.
And it's a goal!
Iran have scored. And it's that man that we said, the number 9 that they were relying on for the goals, has got one back.
Mediterranean.
Pickford has finally have to do something. Only had to pick the ball out of the net. Now we see they were passing it in the thing, and they got a bit of luck that it didn't go out off the leg of Bellingham there, and it bounced back to him. And a simple cross, and the number 9, Taremi, beat Harry Maguire for a bit of pace there. I've said that before, and any person running at Harry Maguire, beat them for pace. And scores as Pickford off, it kind of bounced off the top of the roof of the net in.
Yeah, I mean, Pickford had literally no chance with that shot.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. It kind of bounced off the top. Of the... Harry Maguire is down. He's getting checked. They perhaps concussion for Mr. Harry Maguire.
Yeah, maybe.
It's what they're testing. They got the 2 fingers up. The Iran fans are loving it, even though they're 4-1 down. They're loving it. At least they've scored. We are assessing Harry Maguire, whether he's there. As Iran gives themselves a bit of a team talk. Iran are trying to motivate their troops. Maguire's face does not look too happy.
Look who it is. Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer's coming on, and so is Jackie Grealish.
I don't know why I've not brought on Wilson instead.
They've changed their mind. Wilson has gone back, and Jack Grealish is now coming on. Harry Maguire does not look happy on his face, you can tell.
This could be the end of Harry Maguire's tournament as well.
He does not look like a happy man. Because
there's a 10-day period of concussion that you need to go through, and that'll rule him out the next 2 games.
He does not look happy. That is not the face of a man that's expecting all right news. The medical staff has obviously told him he can't continue, because they're bringing him straight down the tunnel.
Yeah, he looks out of it, completely out of it.
He's being escorted by the English medical team straight down the tunnel, which is what should have happened to the goalkeeper in the first half from Iran.
Yep.
Well, we're going to have the substitution of Rashford, Foden, and Jack Grealish. Once again, we are confused with the Jack Grealish thing because Callum Wilson was there a second ago. And Gareth Southgate has completely changed his mind.
Yeah. So currently England are at 10 men just now. And
they just got to cope until the ball goes out so they can make these substitutions. That's when England are waiting for the chance to do the substitutions. If I was them, I'd probably the ball could win back, but then there's a bit of
back again.
They hit it directly at the
Oh,
wall,
he's
and that
got to
one
go
goes
it
out.
wide.
Ryan still making mistakes here. John Pickford, not exactly the happiest chap. Eric Dyer's now running onto the pitch. Saka off.
Harry Kane. No, who's number? Yeah, who's 10? Or Sterling?
Sterling. So Foden for
Mason
Rashford's
Mount.
on Mason Mount off for Foden. And Grealish and Rashford on for Saka and
Sterling and
Sterling.
Saka and Sterling, yeah. So Saka, Mount, Sterling, Maguire all go off. On come Rashford, Foden, Grealish, and Eric Dyer.
No chance for a hat trick from Saka today. Aaron Southgate says no. Saving him for the rest of the tournament, but I'm
And
pretty
here
sure
comes
he would.
Rashford. As
And
a
Rashford.
goal,
And
Marcus
Rashford
Rashford.
scored.
His first touch of the ball.
He gets a goal for England in the World Cup. That will do him on his current run of form that he's been good for United recently. That goal will do him confidence well as well for his up in form compared to last season. Because his last England game did not go too well for him in the penalty incident, so that will do him the world of good.
Yep.
And once again, we're still on for the scoreline of Panama.
Yeah, we are.
One more goal from England, we're at the Panama. The assist from the Rashford chance was Harry Kane.
Was it?
Yeah, according to things that I see here on my stats yoke. So at least Harry Kane has done something. He has 2 assists in this game.
He has got 2 assists, and it is interesting to see what kind of role Harry Kane's got in this World Cup, because
Yeah, people expect him to be the goal scorer, which he's not
Yeah.
really been for Tottenham this season as much. He's more the provider recently for Tottenham in a lot of these things. Like the last 2 seasons, he's turned more into an assist man for Tottenham rather than an out-and-out goal scorer for them.
Exactly. We kind of spoke about it during the first podcast back regarding about the future of the English national team. We did say that Harry Kane for England has been more of the provider than the goal scorer of late, which we have seen today, that he's been kind of dropping a wee bit more wider, deeper as well, playing that kind of false 9, if you will, allowing other players to get in. And there's our doorbell again.
Yep.
So far, it's if you're just joining us late, it's currently England 5, Iran 1. Goal scorers, as you can see, running along the bottom there, we have got 2 goals for Bukayo Saka, 1 for Raheem Sterling, 1 for Jude Bellingham, who's opening goal scoring. And recently, Marcus Rashford just scored after coming on after 60 seconds, coming on the bench. Iran got 1 back from Taremi, which was a very good goal. But England have just been too good for Iran, which is not to dishearten Iran, but they have been very poor recently. And Harry Kane goes off, and it looks like Callum Wilson is making an appearance.
I apologize for that deliberation.
No problem. Making a change. Harry Kane going off, and on comes Callum Wilson.
A substitute that probably should have been made beforehand, but he got an assist keeping him on. So.
And Iran made a change. I think it's Azmoun as just came on. The golden boy.
Let's see how this changes. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they some people predict Harry Kane to win the Golden Boot. I don't think he's going to this time.
Yeah, that's what we kind of alluded to in the previous kind of the podcast. Is that he's not been as prolific goal scoring. He's like you said, he's more the creator now. Like you said, he's been dropping into that kind of false 9 position and allowing players to play ahead of him, likes of Sterling, likes of Rashford, likes of Saka, Mount as well, making those kind of late runs into the box, whereas Harry Kane can. We know what kind of position Harry Kane can play for England. He's a goal scorer. He's still a great goal scorer, but he has been more of a creator now instead of the provider, and that's a good ball. Oh, got it. Yeah.
You got to at least test.
Yeah.
Pickford there. You might not score, but you got to at least test Pickford.
I mean, what he could have done is, he's up against Eric Dyer. He could have taken a touch and sit back and send him a Harris shot, take a first touch, and then play it through. But that's a end of September. That's a long time to be out for.
Yep. But it was confirmation that we got before that Rashford goal was his first World Cup goal.
Yep. In a first for England, first goal for Saka, first goal for Bellingham, now first goal for Rashford. And the first time that Harry Maguire has not conceded a goal when he's been on the pitch for England. Because the goal came after he went off then, when he was down injured, so it was not his fault.
Yep.
Jack Grealish to Rashford, poor ball.
You let him away with it because he scored.
Yeah.
He scored with pretty much his first touch. So.
What was his first touch of the ball? Well, his third touch of the ball, should we say?
Yeah. He ran a bit with it, but he's already made more impact than what Gareth Southgate tried to make him do in the Euros final, which come on with no warm up to take a penalty.
What was the attendance there? I didn't hear that there. What was the attendance?
I did not hear it either.
45,334. The attendance, the capacity of that stadium is 45,416. So just shy. Yeah, just shy of full capacity. So this stadium that we're in, the Khalifa International Stadium, has got a few other games to be held here. So you've got Germany versus Japan, the Dutch, Netherlands versus Ecuador, Croatia versus Canada, Ecuador versus Senegal, and Japan versus Spain. Also holds the round of 16 game from the winners of Group A and B. Winners of Group A and the runners-up of Group B, and it's also going to host the third and fourth playoff place as well. Another injury problem for Iran.
Showing the goals again.
Yep, because injury to the captain, I think, for Iran. Yeah.
I mean, the people got up like Chris at the time they don't normally get up. You were definitely entertained a bit from England.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, England. Taking nothing away from England, they have played very well in this first game. You expect. To be fair, you did expect them to, with the players that they've got on offer.
It was whether they. I've always said if they play attacking, they beat teams like Iran.
Yeah.
It's when they don't. They normally play defensive against these kind of teams, which is why they.
Exactly. That's the thing about England. You never know what Team Southgate's going to produce, because, like you said, they have been of late very, very defensive compared to today, for instance, when they should be beating teams like Iran 5-6-1, which they haven't done of late against. We said it earlier on against Hungary. This England team has the potential to go far into the tournament, but it's whether if they can.
The question mark is if they can do this against better teams.
Yeah, a better team like a France or the Brazilians or the Argentinians, maybe even the Germans, because they've not got the greatest of figures against the Germans. English, we know penalties come into the round of 16, so. I know England's record with penalties isn't the greatest.
We've all said that they should get out of this group. It's just whether they can bring this on to like the later rounds or not. And Rashford tries to scoot in and get a shot away. The decent move from him. The shot was just well blocked.
Oh, unlucky.
A decent move from Luke Shaw to try and set that up for himself. But the Iran had that covered. Another corner for England. We got quite a bit of time, concluding out of time, to make this Panama.
We've got about 7 minutes, probably maybe about 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time
for the Harry Maguire incident.
Yeah.
Free kick given to Iran.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a coming together between John Stones and the Iranian defender there. So,
the Rashford move again.
Where do you think England will? Where do you think England will end up? Do you think they'll go far, or do you think the quarterfinals maybe? Or
I think the quarterfinals is when their race
think
is
so?
going to run out.
Yeah.
I just think when it gets to that, the teams left in it will be slightly too much for it. Even if they play like this, I think the talent is depends on who they get in the quarterfinals. But like given my predictions and stuff that I've seen, like the prediction tables, I think they're gonna get niced in the round of 16, no matter what, based on how the tables have turned out.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me see. So if we say Dutch, and then England. I just want to see what.
Because the brackets are actually.
That's what I'm just checking just now. Yeah, that's what I'm just checking just now.
Like if England win their group, they're going to play the second team in the Netherlands group.
Second two?
The second team in Netherlands group, so the Senegal.
So it could be Senegal or Ecuador.
Mm.
Mm. So they might get through in the last 16 then.
That's what I'm saying. They favor them that way, but then they could get a very tough game in the.
Yeah, I think they could face France or
the second place team in because France will if France win their group, they play the second place team of Argentina's group. So either Poland or Mexico.
That could be that. But to be fair, that's a difficult game. Either or. I mean, if
it could be France versus Mexico or France versus Poland in the round.
Yeah.
16.
So, boom. Who is your RTL football podcast man of the match then? I've got 2 minutes of the 90 minutes to go.
Given how the game has turned out, and based on goal score, I will have to say I'm gonna be funny and just say Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. I'm actually gonna give it to Bukayo Saka.
Based on goal scores.
Based on goal score and his performance as well. He caused that left back so many problems. He took his 2 goals very well. His first goal was a cracker. Second goal,
he's on an 8.5, so he would be that statistics wise. Him and Jude Bellingham are the 2 high scoring performers on stats. We still have time for this to head into Panama. That's what I'm going for at the moment, my Panama prediction. We changed from the 0-0 to the Panama. We're going for Panama. Oh, we're clean through here.
Callum Wilson.
Squared it off. Jack Grealish scores.
Jack
It's Panama.
I think this one could be coming back. I think Wilson's offside.
We will see. Wilson has got the assist at the moment.
No, he's well onside.
Mm. A decent ball across, and Jack Grealish with an easy goal because there's no keeper in the net at that point because the keeper ran after Wilson. Keeper made the mistake of running after Wilson, and therefore there was no one in the net, and Jack Grealish with the easiest goal he's going to score. And he's dancing like a muppet. No one cares about your stupid dance moves, Jack Grealish. That's got to be the worst dance I've ever seen.
Even worse than the robot.
Exactly. Don't know what he was trying to do there. The crime against dance. But at the moment, we have got Panama. Iran have been Panamaed.
I think it's 4 minutes added on time as well.
There's chance for this to become worse than Panama, but at the moment, we are Panama. Iran have been Panamaed. That's what I'm calling. That's my new phrase. If England wins 6-1, the other team's been Panamaed.
All credit to England. They have lived up to the favourites of this game.
And the favourites of this group, to be fair to them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
they were always on paper the favourites for this group.
Yeah, Panama, that's you. 10 minutes added on time.
Oh, I guess Harry Maguire was down longer than we thought. But yeah, Iran haven't done pretty much anything apart from their goal, which was a good goal, to be fair.
But that's 10 minutes added on time. Jeez.
I'm saying, obviously, Harry Maguire was down longer than we thought. There is plenty of time for this to become worse than Panama now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have Iran have not done much, but like I said in the first half analysis, you can only beat what's in front of you. Even if in front of you is terrible, you still have to beat them, and England did.
Exactly.
So we may have as a Scottishman and an Irishman, we may have our opinions of England, but we do give credit where credit's due. We're not fully biased.
Well, try not to be.
That's why I said fully. We're not fully.
We are on a predominantly English podcast, so we need to be as unbiased as possible.
Yeah, and we're also like we're me, you, and Gormy are the voice of the other.
Yes, we're the voice of the other side.
Well, everyone's back in England. We're the other voice for most of the time. Oh, interesting ball in.
I was unlucky. If Bolton actually jumped for that, it could have, and it got a wee nick on it. That could have been interesting.
Yeah, I was saying it was a good ball into the box though. This game has pretty much now gone into Iran not wanting the ball in their half. Is what this has turned into.
Yep.
Because they do not want to concede again. Well, we can say Eric Dyer has not been that dire so far.
He's had nothing to do.
That's what I'm saying. He's not been that dire since coming on. Iran are the team that has been a bit dire.
It's had absolutely nothing to do.
And Jono would probably back me up if he sees this, that it's all thanks to that one man in the crowd dressing up as Garrett Southgate in the waistcoat. It's all the waistcoat. Nothing to do with it. It's other than someone in a waistcoat. I wonder how Batman and Bane is doing in the crowd. Have they gotten closer to each as the game goes on? That's what I would try and do. It'd be an interesting story if you were just seeing someone as Bane, you slowly try and make it up as the match goes on. It zooms back in, you're in a different seat. Ball into the box here. It was a decent ball, but it goes to no one.
Good defensive header by Luke Shaw there.
Yeah. Once again, this Iran attack comes to nothing, but it was a decent move till the defensive clearance. Crossing the ball. Crossing the ball goes straight to the head of an Englishman. And
away goes Jack Grealish
on the break again.
Oh, that is a shocker of a challenge.
Listen, I don't blame him for tackling Jack Grealish. I would have to resist the urge to do it myself. Sometimes you just look at Jack Grealish and you're like, I want to tackle. 2-foot tackle the man.
Yeah. Foden's away.
He will cross it into no one.
That's a foul.
And Marcus Rashford has decided to push the Iranian captain.
So we've got 3 minutes left of added time. But it's been a comfortable victory for England in their opening game of the World Cup. No real kind of test apart from the goal that the Iranians scored. They've not really been tested at all.
You'd argue Pickford is not real test at all.
Yeah,
we have no idea what form Pickford is in.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing Pickford's had to do is pick the ball at the back of his net, but he had absolutely no chance with the shot. It's past him before he can even make an attempt at it. I mean, like I said, take nothing away from England. They've been solid. They've been attacking, but
Iran are in.
Oh, he's got to score.
He hits the top of the crossbar when he should have had an easy goal to at least reduce the.
I think Pickford saved it.
Well, we'll see here. Slowing down. Yeah, Pickford gets a goal to it.
Great save by John Pickford.
It is, but it should have been a goal. Pickford hits it on top of the crossbar.
Yep.
Free kick to Iran.
As we come to the closing minutes of this first dose of the football, the RTL Football Podcast watch along party with myself and Crazy Boom. We'll be back later on tonight, 6:45 for build up again to the USA versus Wales,
which we reckon will be a closer contest to one that this was.
On paper, it should be. Yeah, on paper, it should be. So hopefully you can join us later on tonight where for that game where Gareth Bale takes on Christian Pulisic. Will Gareth Bale actually start? That is the question. On
how is his fitness? Gareth Bale claims he can play 3 full 90 minutes in this group stage. Ooh. Kind of a unconventional defending there from Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford actually acting calm for a change. What am I seeing?
I mean, it
What
helps
am I
to
actually
act.
seeing?
It helps to act calm when you have a 5-goal cushion.
I think there could be a penalty check here.
We'll see.
There is a penalty check.
Yeah, VAR, I'll check it.
It's a penalty to Iran.
He's gonna check the screen.
Oh, I'm going to throw us back to the first half. Where was this in the first half?
Yeah. They're going to the screen for both. This should have been given to England in the first half. This at least going to the screen.
Right, let's see. Right. John Stones.
It's the shirt pull.
John Stones, yeah, pulling his shirt. But is that enough to make him go down? But
Is there enough contact for him to dive like that?
I don't think. See, Jermaine's just said it there. Do you think?
I think he's preemptively diving for Luke Shaw.
But what I'm saying is, where was that in the first half? I mean, I don't think.
But you see, like, he only dives like that when Luke Shaw gets near him. It's a preemptive dive for Luke Shaw's contact, not the shirt pull, in my opinion.
Penalty.
It's been given as a penalty, but that he more moved when Luke Shaw was about to touch him more so than the shirt pull. It's when Luke Shaw's hand came into frame is when he went like that.
Yeah.
Forward.
I'm sorry, but
like you see, like he doesn't dive until Luke Shaw gets near him.
Yeah, I don't think it's a penalty. I mean, if you're giving that one, you've got to give the one in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing with VAR that we always say, even in the Premier League and Champions League, the consistency of VAR is a madness.
Yeah.
You know? Well, this is the first time Jordan Pickford will be tested tonight. In practically the last kick of the game. His first test. 1-on-1 with that man who's already got a goal. Taremi. Can he get a second? He's got a calm look on his face. Can he at least restore some bit of pride to pick themselves up? And he does.
That's a good penalty.
Good penalty. Jordan Pickford tries to boot the ball away and completely misses. You would think there is no time for anything other than this, but it's a good penalty.
That should be it.
It restores some kind of...
Yeah,
you see Jordan Pickford runs to try and kick the ball away, but cannot get near it. Which is funny. It at least gives the Iran fans something more to cheer about.
Definitely.
And he blows the whistle instantly afterwards. No time to kick off. A 6-2 win for England in the end. 4-goal cushion.
Yep, 6-2. England finished winners 6-2 against Iran. Not really much to say about that. It was a comfortable victory for the English. But yeah, I mean, credit goes to the players of England. They played well. They lived up with the hype of probably winning the group in this one. But yeah, it's been a comfortable game. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's been very comfortable for England. I don't think they've really gone into first gear, second gear. I think
Yeah,
they're. I think they were
definitely.
cruising. When it went to 2-0, I think they were just cruising and just.
Definitely. I mean,
Fair
like we
play
said,
to Iran getting 2 goals. At least is good for them.
exactly. I mean, those two goals could be beneficial in goal difference for whoever finishes maybe second, sort of second or third. I mean, okay, yeah, I mean there'll be -4, but still, it could come down to goal difference for who finishes second or third or fourth. If
And
I
it'll
mean,
give Taremi a bit of confidence. At least
exactly,
himself.
exactly. But at the end of the day, it was a good victory for England.
Arguably
Whereas,
should have been more because they got denied a penalty from a wrestle compared to a slight tug from the Iran man.
yeah, I mean, VAR already a talking point with the first game and now this game. You wonder where the consistency is. We've seen it in the
You
club
wonder
game.
where was the monitor in the first penalty incident compared to
Exactly,
this one?
exactly. But the way I see it is, if you're going to give that penalty, you got to give the one in the first half. Simple as.
The
Just the
only
way.
good thing for England is that it didn't affect the scoreline in the end of the day, that penalty.
Exactly. I mean, say for instance it was 2-1 to England, and that penalty was given in the 90
Yeah.
plus 11 minutes. Then you'd be going, oh, you'd be absolutely going off your head at that. But thing is, it's a 6-2 win for England. Anything further to say, Boom, regarding about the game?
And no, just the main talking point is like how big of an injury was that to Harry Maguire? Be
True,
interesting to see.
because like we did say, the protocols is 10 days.
Mm.
So that would effectively rule him out the last two games of the group. But will it kind of have a knock-on effect if they do get into the last 16? I mean, and especially because I've not got that many centre halves with them as well. I mean, you could probably put Ben White in there. How fit is Kyle Walker? Is Eric Dyer going to replace him for Friday's game? We don't know yet. I think it depends on how fit Kyle Walker actually is going into that game on Friday night.
Mm.
But from myself and Crazy Boom, it's been a pleasure showing this first game today. The England versus Iran game, where it finished 6-2 to England. We shall be back later on. You should see our lovely faces one more time tonight at 6:45, whereas we watch Wales versus USA. Join us from 6:45 as we will have pre-match build-up to that game.
And we will have a discussion on the Senegal Netherlands game and how that went as well.
Yes, we will. That game kicks off at 5 o'clock, GMT. So I hope you all can join us then. But for now, it's been a pleasure, and see you next time. Thank you.
See you later.